The fourth season of the hit reality series Singles Inferno has already sparked a lot of discussion because of its cast, and the appearance of Jung You Jin has been especially controversial, making her the true underdog of this season. Even before the show began airing, people online started to discuss the cast of the series, and among the various actors, influencers, and idols, Youjin attracted the attention of many netizens, despite the fact that she was much less experienced in the entertainment world than the other participants. Netizens quickly found out that Youjin is 28 years old, and she's a dancer who graduated from the Department of Dance of Iowa Women's University. Now she's pursuing a master's degree in both traditional and contemporary dance, and also teaches dance classes to all ages. Besides dancing, she also loves to do free diving as a hobby. Because of her interesting background, many people online were curious to see her on Singles Inferno, but her appearance on the show caused a lot of controversy, immediately making her one of the most talked about contestants. In the very first episode, Youjin made waves as the first female contestant to be chosen for a date in Paradise Island by Yook Jun Seo, the winner of this season's first game. However, when she returned back to the Inferno to reunite with the other contestants, her behavior was a bit unsettling. Youjin started to have fun on her own on a swing, and she was apparently drunk, which led to a lot of criticism from both the other contestants and the show's host. As soon as Youjin started swinging, the other cast members immediately began judging her harshly, especially her date Jun Seo, who stated, "Whoa, you think she's okay? Is she alright?" Instead, another contestant, model Bae Ji-yeon, joked that she was having a blast. The show's panelists also seemed surprised by Youjin's behavior, and they discussed why she was on a swing alone at night, saying that it was creepy and scary. While this behavior was criticized by the cast members and the hosts, netizens' reactions were more mixed, and many instead defended Youjin. One netizen argued that the production team used a weird camera angle to put Youjin in a bad light, while another viewer stated that even if she was a bit tipsy, she was just having fun, so it was wrong to treat her like she was crazy. Another commenter pointed out that Youjin wasn't harming anyone with her behavior, but the production team dramatized this moment too much, making viewers uncomfortable. Netizens were also annoyed by the fact that the other competitors didn't even try to help Youjin and didn't bother to check if she was okay, but instead laughed at her, and this behavior made them come across as rude. Meanwhile, many viewers also criticized the show's panelists and their comments towards Youjin, which came across as annoying and hateful. Some even went as far as saying that having the panelists comment on everything that happens on the show is totally unnecessary. After seeing the swing scene, many netizens began to look more into Youjin's behavior, and one of them argued that she might have low self-esteem, so she was trying to cover this issue by laughing often and acting weird. For this reason, many viewers started to feel bad towards Youjin, saying that she was just being herself and that she was misunderstood. In fact, even the people who didn't have strong feelings towards Youjin began loving her after the swing scene, saying that she seemed funny and relatable. Others instead dismissed this moment by claiming that people are overanalyzing it and that nothing too special actually happened. However, this moment came under the spotlight once again when something similar happened later in the show, but now it received very different reactions. In episode 6, another popular competitor, former idol trainee Lee Shi-an, went on the swing at night after Jun Seo confessed his feelings for her, adding that she was drunk. This is very similar to what Youjin did, but this time the camera showed her clearly without weird angles and no one questioned her actions. Instead, the same cast members who were talking behind Youjin's back didn't seem fazed by Xi'an's behavior, and newcomer An Jung-hoon even joined her. Netizens immediately criticized the double standards of the producers and the cast, who were quick to deem Youjin as creepy while portraying Xi'an as funny and relatable. The same criticism was also directed at the panelists, who were quick to call out Youjin, but reacted very differently when Xi'an did the same thing. Many netizens expressed their disappointment by saying that the hosts were clearly showing their bias and weren't treating everyone equally. However, some viewers have argued that maybe the cameras were installed near the swing after Youjin went there, while others claimed that Xi'an acted in a quieter way. Nevertheless, many feel like Youjin was wronged by the production team, and more viewers began rooting for her. This discussion around the swing scenes isn't the only controversy surrounding Youjin, as her relationship with Jun Seo has also sparked a lot of discussion. Before the series began airing, Jun Seo was arguably the most talked about contestant of this season season of Singles Inferno because of his past as an actor and the fact that he has starred in popular shows like the second and third seasons of Sweet Home. The opinions of netizens were divided between those who praised his good looks and those who complained that he was already too much of a celebrity to take part in Singles Inferno. Despite this, he initially made a good first impression on the show with his appearance, style, and demeanor making him pretty endearing to viewers. However, after seeing the way he interacted with Youjin, many people started to change their opinions of him. After his date with Youjin, Jun Seo started rubbing viewers the wrong way by implying that she was fake and then quickly dropping her. Many netizens argue that Jun Seo completely misunderstood Youjin and her bubbly personality and acted too cold toward her. Some think that Jun Seo expected Youjin to make the first move, which doesn't make much sense given that he was the one who chose to date her. Other viewers felt annoyed by how Jun Seo tried to avoid Youjin after their date, and even tried to set her up with another competitor, Jang Theo. The most talked about moment involving the two is a controversial scene in which the contestants are together in their communal space. In this scene, Youjin wanted to talk to Jun Seo, but he didn't even respond and instead completely ignored her. Youjin even tried to get Jun Seo's attention by waving at him, but he still acted like he didn't see her and went to speak to Min Seol instead. Netizens were angered by this scene, criticizing how he deliberately ignored his former date in a very rude way. One netizen argued that even if he isn't interested in her anymore, they could still be friends, and labeled Jun Seo's behavior as pathetic, especially considering that Youjin did nothing wrong. Viewers were already annoyed by Jun Seo's actions, but seeing the way he rudely ignored Youjin, many started to hate him, and his social media pages were flooded with comments that criticized his awful behavior. Some netizens said that Youjin is overall just a nice girl, and Jun Seo gossiping about her with the other competitors raised a lot of red flags. Others instead argued that this discussion has gotten out of hand and that the production team edited the show exactly to get these reactions, so people shouldn't take anything that happens too seriously. In fact, some netizens think that the production team wanted Jun Seo to be this season's version of Dex, who was a contestant in the second season of Singles Inferno and acted as a mysterious newcomer who gained everyone's attention with his charismatic personality. However, if this was the plan, then it has obviously failed, as his behavior toward Youjin turned him from one of the fan favorites to the most hated contestant on the show. Another netizen explained in detail why Jun Seo lost all of his appeal, adding that he seemed too bothered by Youjin, and instead of speaking directly to her, he decided to vent to others. At the end of their comment, this netizen argued that instead of Dex, Jun Seo became this season's Guan Hee, a controversial contestant from the previous season who always expected the female competitors to come up to him. If Jun Seo's awful behavior and the mixed reactions to her swing scene weren't enough, many netizens also feel like Youjin is being wronged by the producers for another reason. In the 5th and 6th episodes of the show, the story focuses mostly on Xi'an, while other competitors, most notably Youjin and Ji Yeon, appeared much less frequently, leading to a discussion about the show's editing and how the competitors are being portrayed. In fact, many viewers argued that Xi'an was shown too much, making those 2 episodes quite boring. With these developments, many viewers started to lose their interest in the series, while others are advocating for a fair and balanced portrayal of all contestants, arguing that the producers should put more emphasis on showcasing the uniqueness of the different personalities of each cast member. As the show progressed and Youjin was wronged again and again by the production team and the other competitors, viewers started to root more strongly for her, and many now hope that she can at least have a happy ending in the final episodes of the show.